It's time for some football. Welcome to Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Got a good one here today as part of our John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Series between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Lamar off the play fake. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Lamar's going to keep this one. Oh, he lost the football. And now the Bengals have it. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his second Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe showed yet again, when healthy, and this guy is an MVP caliber player. He was a stat monster. Almost 5,000 yards passing and 43 touchdowns, and really elevated a Cincinnati team, especially defensively with a lot of flaws, right to the precipice of the playoffs.
Burrow's first play going to the air. That throw finds Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Rasheen Ali on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. Now Jackson off the play action. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Jordan battled there defensively.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st down, Jackson. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19. Lamar now from the gun. Complete Derrick Henry. And he's got a decent game before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he put everything he's got behind it. He's got it inside the 25. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 53 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Ravens 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he's taken down with some quality yardage on that play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
An extra point is up and through by a loop. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Samaje Perine on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. Well, Brock, it only took one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Burrow from the gun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Burrow's going to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a game 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Burrow now on 1st down. Catch made by Chase Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, again to Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They're in play action here, Burrow. Cut out left, and they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down. Third and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
And on fourth down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the score remains knotted, 7-all.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. We'll cobble together a yard there. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Play action now with Jackson. Taking off with it again. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Baltimore first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down throw for Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Complete to Buck Andrews.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at second and pretty short. A motion to tight end left. This is Henry on second. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
First down, here's Lamar. Drop this one down for Henry. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Jackson keeping it himself. And not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
I can promise promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Turning to Henry on third. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Let him go.
Throwing is Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sending a tight end in motion left. Give on 2nd, it's Brown. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We've got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Burrow. Dumped off to his running back. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll send him over right. First down, Burrow to throw. Complete out to the right. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Brown on the inside give. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
It's a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and long, here's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Ravens to the line now, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry, and he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Into traffic, complete. This is a nice gain, nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Here's Lamar on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
We've set it down from 37. Tight end, motioning right. Out of the gun, Henry. Having gained about a handful there. That stop made by Barrett Carter.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Start offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still 2nd down.
Now facing 2nd and 10 following that false start. They'll run here following the penalty. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. E.J. Hill, the one to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Jackson now on 3rd. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this 1st half. Sit tight, more from Paycor Stadium on the other side. 2nd and 3 now. Now here's Lamar. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense, getting him down behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Now Jackson on third down. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's Henry on the option. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Cincinnati uses its second timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
21, Bengals 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, this is Piron. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air again, it's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Stick it in the air, it's Burrow. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. One last play before the break. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. First call here coming from the shotgun. Starting the half with a give to Brown. Shoots away from one. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Burrow on first down. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Burrow on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On first down, here's Burrow. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Just a yard left to go on second down. One of the tight ends motioning left. To throw again, it's Burrow. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, they made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
He tries to sneak it, and this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
You know what? It's a pretty doggone impressive feat of strength to hold the line against a sneak, even when you know it's coming.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Here we go with Brown. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bengals 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Ali to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. He's got room to roam. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Play fake, Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end beneficiary.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 13-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Makes the catch. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 10.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could ever cut the curl route.
He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. And the Baltimore 1st down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a big...
And he gets in! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens take a 13-point lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Bengals 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
All set to go now from the 35. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Burrow now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Throwing is Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Gets him on the in route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I may love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They send him left out of the slot. Straight ahead, it's Brown. He's got it in the red zone. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals shrinking the lead some in the third. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
28, Bengals 21.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Ali to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Lamar off the play fake. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Throwing again is Lamar. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It's Henry on the counter. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
It's a gain of 10. And the Raven first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Drop this one down for Henry. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
From the pistol, Henry. He'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run for Henry. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Jackson trying to sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow finds the in route complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, a give to Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
A first down carry for Brown. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Burrow from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Counter play, Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Simply nowhere to go on that counter play, Kate. Backside defenders took away one side, and they overwhelmed the blocking right in the middle.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Hits his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
28 all.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Design run, Jackson keeping it. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Now Jackson off the play action. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Lamar's going to keep this one. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Lamar now from the gun. Complete to Henry on the check down. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield and just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Henry running to the left. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running once more with Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw it. Brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Jackson keeping it himself. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. The Ravens have taken the lead late. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, this is Tiburon. Shoves him off. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Over the middle, taken in by Higgins. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Setting up to pass. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
First down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. He'll look to throw it. It is caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 now. Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Trying to find his tight end. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
So after the false start penalty, they're left with 3rd and 8. Throwing now. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
A 6-yard loss.
And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.